Alright, so this is going to be a video about the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus. And Apple was expected to sell more than the 6 and the 6 Plus last year. And those are the ones that came out last year, which sold 10 million in the first weekend. And for a good reason. I expected it to sell that much because people were buying the phone, or people who had Androids were moving over just because, well, it's an iPhone with a big screen. I know when the S3 and the S4, people will go like, the iPhone's nice, but these Samsungs have a big screen, so why not? I'll just go for one of these. And which one is better? Well, that's your opinion. I personally think Samsung is better, but I think the Samsung phones and tablets are better than the Apple ones. That's just me. There's phones that I prefer over both of those, but what I gotta say is, they were expected to sell more than last year, and I was like, there's no way that's gonna happen. What, is pressing harder, a glorified long press gonna make this phone sell more? And, well, it is. It sold 13 million within the first weekend, which is 30% more than last time. So that's 10 million now to 13 million. 30% increase over last year. And this is both the 4.7 and the 5.5. Maybe it's because they've gotten more people onto iPhone, or I really do not know. Maybe more people who, I'm not really sure. Maybe people were upgrading from older iPhones or something, but last year was a big reason to upgrade. But this year is just more of an improved version of it or something. And I really thought if you had an old iPhone that was like starting to go bad on you, last year was the year to upgrade. And I saw a ton of people who had iPhone 4s and just ones, you see iPhones that were just basically barely working, that people had, a lot of people that I know, and they all got 6s. Yeah, and the 6S is now sold even more. Do you think they'll sell more next year? I probably think they will next year, considering this. And I was very surprised over this. Yeah, with the whole pre-orders, I believe it was harder to pre-order last year on the 6th and the 6S, which is this year. So that could be another reason why it sold more. But not really too sure of why it sold so well. And I get that the iPhone 6s is a much, the S models, I heard that the S models was supported for longer, and people usually, the S models are more of the better way. If you're going to upgrade an iPhone every 2 years, it's recommended that you go the S way. That's what most people tell you. But so maybe that's a reason why it sold more. I would have thought the 6 would have been better, or would have been more sales within the first weekend, but this is just the first weekend, so over time the sales may go down, which they probably won't, but this is just a possibility of, and what do I gotta say, 3 million more sales, and next year, do you think Apple's gonna top it? Probably, because it's a 7, it's gonna be the 7, so normally the number upgrades, not the S ones, are the huge upgrades, and that will be something to be excited about. So I'm not that big into Apple, but this is still something interesting to talk about, and I mentioned it in one of my previous videos, which I don't really remember which video it is anymore because I've made so many since then, and I would link it below, but I just don't remember which one it was. So that's all I really have to say about the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus's sales, and bye.